Okay, today we're going to learn how to create a watermark in Adobe Photoshop. Many of you have searched Google and try to find pictures for maybe a project for history class. You have to make collage of something, and the pictures you find might be great, but they have clear text going across them. That's a watermark in photography terms. It is showing ownership to the picture. Photographers all over add watermarks to their pictures so that no one steals their work and prints it out for free. Photographers need to make a living, and a lot of times wedding photographers will upload all the pictures from a wedding to their website. They'll share that website with the bride and groom, and they can share it with family, but then they have the option to order prints off the photographer. They do not have the option to steal that photo, to right-click it and save as, because the photos are protected with a watermark on top. So we're going to use the text tool on the left-hand side, which is the giant T. Now I'm going to click on my picture, and I can change the font up top. It looks very similar to how it would look in Microsoft Word. So I could change the font, I could change the font size, and I could change the color. Now my font is way too big, so I'm going to turn it down. 72 font works. So now I have my text. I could put it across. It's not quite see-through yet. We'll get to that soon. If I need to, I could go to Edit, Transform, and rotate it a bit. Make it go a little sideways. Press Enter to accept that change. And if I like my font, but I don't care for plain color, I could actually spice it up a bit. Above my Layers palette, we have our Adjustments tab here, and then Styles, where I can click through these styles, and it changes the way my text looks. It's a fun way to kind of add some flair to our text. So you can go through and explore and look at all these different styles for our text. There are different categories for the styles. If I click on the couple little bars here with the upside down triangle, these are all different categories of styles. So I'm going to go to Text Effects 2. It's going to ask me if I want to replace what I'm looking at with Text Effects 2. So I click OK. And it has some different ones, some bad, some good. So I'm going to settle with this green one. Now I want to make it see-through. I want to make it transparent. In my Layers palette, above my layers list, there's this option for opacity. Right now I'm at 100%. The lower I make it, the more transparent my layer gets. So now I could bring it down to 25, and you could see my text on the picture, but it doesn't take away from seeing the picture as a whole. Yes, that text is there, it's annoying, but it's mine. I don't want anyone stealing it off the internet. If I was a professional photographer, they could then fill out an order form and order a print of this picture. Now I could go one step further and add a copyright symbol, or a registered symbol, or a trademark symbol. So we're going to look at custom shapes here in Photoshop. Two tools underneath my text tool. It's a rectangle. I could draw a rectangle. It's not too exciting for us, so in photography class, I'm going to right-click the rectangle tool. There's a bunch of other drawing tools here, and there's a custom shape tool. With custom shapes, I have options along the top. Fill color, which that's the color it's going to be, so I'm going to select blue. I can add a stroke, which is like an outside border. And then down here are shapes. Well, there's a few shapes in here. There's my copyright one right away. But I can explore other shapes. The little gear here allows me to look at options. If I click here, I have different categories, just like I did in styles. So I could hit all, click OK, I want to replace the current ones, and I have all these different auto shapes I could add to my picture, add to my watermark. I'm going to go with the copyright though. So I click on it, I click on my picture and draw it, and now it's there. I'm going to move it near my text, and I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, rotate it so it matches the same kind of angle that I have my text on. Click OK. I think it's kind of big, so I can go to Edit, Transform, Scale, shrink it a bit, press Enter to accept that. And then if I really want to, instead of doing the color I selected in the stroke, I could go to my text layer, right click, and copy the style that I chose, then right click on my shape and paste the layer style. So now it matches what I had there. The opacity is good. It's 25% now. It matches, and that way I have my watermark on my picture. When you're done, save it as a JPEG, put your name, WM, and then submit on Blackboard.